You have to, basically, you have to translate your patent into all the languages of all the member states where you want protection. There is a recent facilitation in that respect, which has been agreed by a number of our member states, which is the so-called London Agreement, under which you have to translate for some of our member states only the claims. But not all of our member states are part of the London Agreement. Some very important ones, like Spain and Italy, have made it very clear they will never adhere to the London Agreement. And moreover, even for those countries which are members of the London Agreement, you have still to provide translations of the claims. And that means that European patents are much more costly than in other parts of the world, until 10 to 12 times more costly than in the US and in Japan. It also means that the patent system is not attractive for SMEs. Many European SMEs do either choose not to patent at all, or they go for US patents. This is something which has puzzled me when I saw, for instance, that my Venetian optician, from which I have these glasses, has not a European patent, but a US patent. Now, these glasses, they are wonderful. They are extra light and at the same time extra robust. I'm not very, very careful with them. They fall down, I step on them, I have even already slept on them, and they are still fine. So it's a wonderful invention. And when my Venetian optician asked his patent agent about the possibility to get a European patent, his patent agent has said, no. For you, this is not worthwhile. An Italian patent, national patent, is of no use for you. European patent protection is too costly because you have clients, and he's also selling at a distance via the internet. You have clients in quite a number of different member states. You would need patent protection in the most important countries, in 6 to 8 countries, and that is much too expensive. So since the rest of your clients come from the US, it's better for you to go for a US patent. So he has a small Venetian, a real European SME, a small Venetian optician. He has a US patent because European patent protection is not affordable for him. That is where we are with the patent system in Europe. But even if you have a patent, you have to enforce your patent, and in case of violation, that means that you have to enforce your patent in a number of different countries. That means you are running the risk of multiple litigations in different countries, parallel litigation. And this is not only, again, extremely costly and not affordable for small companies, it's also it will also lead to significant legal insecurities, because you may get, for the same patent, you may get conflicting judgments from member state to member state. We have currently cases concerning one and the same European patent pending in 10 different member states. This is a patent concerning a watermark technology. A patent is held by a small company, Data Security Systems, and the watermark technology is used by the European Central Bank to watermark the euro banknotes. Data Security Systems says this use by the European Central Bank is violating my European patent. And the European Central Bank has retaliated with bringing revocation actions in 10 different countries. Now, and then it started ping pong, ping pong. The first country to, the first court to rule on this European patent was the High Court in London. They said the patent is not valid. The next one was the Düsseldorf Court in Germany. They said the patent is valid and infringed. The next one was the Third Chamber in Paris Tribunal de Grande Instance, and they said, well, we follow the UK courts, the patent is actually not valid. And then came the High Court in Den Haag and said, no, the patent is valid and it is infringed. Now, which company can afford this? This makes access to the patent system, again, extremely complex, but also makes the use of the patent system extremely risky. So we have to remedy this, and we can remedy this only by creating a cost-effective, easy-to-get, legally secure community patent and a unified patent litigation system. And in the first panel this afternoon, we will speak about this in more detail, and we will hear from our colleague from the Swedish presidency where we are with those projects. We have some other problems with the European patent system and with the international patent system. We have backlogs, we have some fears of trivial patents being granted. They will certainly be addressed by our colleague from the European Patent Office, but as far as the Commission is concerned, we would like to announce that we are also, on the Commission's behalf, going to look into all this and are just in the process of launching a major study which will have the aim and objective to analyse the quality of the European patent system. Let me then come to the subject of your second panel this afternoon, which is enforcement of intellectual property rights, in particular at international level. Now, the enforcement of intellectual property rights is likewise a top priority of the Commission. We have already a number of ongoing IPR dialogues with major trading partners or with countries in which most of counterfeit and pirated products originate, such as China, for instance, or such as Russia or some other Eastern countries. We have also ongoing discussions in the context of free trade agreements where we consistently ask our negotiation partners to beef up their IPR system and to ensure better enforcement. And we are also at international level negotiating an anti-counterfeiting and piracy treaty. This is a top priority because counterfeiting and piracy has reached alarming levels, and the implications of counterfeiting and piracy are often not fully known and underestimated. Now, first of all, counterfeiting and piracy is a draw on innovation in Europe, on economic growth and competitiveness. Counterfeiting and piracy leads to significant job losses. More than 2.5 million jobs, legal jobs, are lost worldwide every year because of counterfeiting and piracy, and more than 100,000 each year in Europe alone. Counterfeiting and piracy creates also enormous risks for health and safety of European citizens. Counterfeiting and piracy today affects all economic sectors and all products and services. You can find counterfeit products in foodstuffs, beverages, cosmetics, child products, toys, electronic equipment,